also tested on the same iPad they are using. I also tested on physical devices and all, but I am not able to get those crashes and whatever the problem they're facing. So I submitted my responses many times, but they are still keep having the rejecting our app and stuff. I'm gonna test again. I'm gonna look deeply into, maybe I can find a crash or something. But
did they give you the steps that they did so it could be reproducible on our side? I just want to make sure that we get past that part, because if it's something that we can catch and, of course, fix it, that's fine. I just don't want to keep getting rejected for the same things, because then eventually they could just permanently keep rejecting our stuff because they'll feel like we're not addressing the issue.
That's right. Actually, they are just saying that they try to log in with the Apple and the crash. Nothing else they give. They just give the crash report, but
it's just a crash report.
Yeah, it is not very helpful. It is not specifically pointing the reason of the crash, but I'm gonna maybe look more deeply into that. Maybe I can find something, but so far I couldn't find anything.
Okay, got it. All right. And okay, got it. So what other than that, what else are you working on, and what tickets have you started on and or are about to start on?
I am working on the match creators feature.
Okay.
And I think I have made a function already that is going to find the creators matching the description. So I'm just going to show them on the view. So it won't take much long. There are few things. There are few restrictions right now. We have not in the new gig application. We have not added the subcategory, I think, right?
The subcategories. Right now, the subcategories are on there. Just connect with Hassan. Hassan already put out the subcategories so people can register, for example, so they could say, hey, I'm a photographer, but I'm a wedding photographer. Or, hey, I'm an influencer, but I am a tech influencer or a lifestyle influencer. So that is actually in there. Just make sure you connect with Hassan so that way you can make sure you're fetching the right data.
No, I see. I have seen that in the creator profile. I'm talking about the gig applications. Like when I try to create my gig and I try to post that, at that point I select the creator type, like photography.
Oh, I see. Yeah, just connect with Hassan because he's working on that too. He should be wrapping up that.
Okay, great. So as soon as we have a data, that category will be using in the matching features. But right now we don't we cannot use that. For the other things we are not storing the user's exact location right now. We just store the address like Miami or whatever the city or state they are in, but not the exact pinpoint. So I think, is that enough to consider the proximity of the gig posting and the creators and all?
I don't think I understand that part because users sign up and they put their location, and when a gig goes up, you can specify the location, or you could specify the country or the city.
Yeah.
So if somebody puts looking for a lifestyle influencer in the United States with a budget of $500, then it could be matching people with people in the United States rather than just the city, because as long as Miami, for example, or Denver, Colorado, or if it's in United States, it is a match because the country is still United States.
Okay, so what you are saying is that we do not need to match closely. We can match the city or state or the whole country, right? But still, we are going to show the nearby creators first, because that would be the more of a good match if they live in the
right. It should be as close by as the location. Yeah. So let's say that somebody posts, and I know you're not probably too aware of the cities here, but I'm gonna walk it through a bit. if somebody puts Miami and then somebody from Fort Lauderdale applies, that is still pretty close. It's just not the exact same, because Fort Lauderdale is about 30 minutes to an hour away from Miami, depending where you live. So for now, let's just get like an MVP of it out, because the goal is for the sales team to be able to use that so they can then go over, on their sales calls, that we have a like an AI or a machine learning matching system. It just will help them close more deals, because if we show people that, hey, we could find people in our database faster than just getting people to apply for a gig, that's our goal. Our goal is getting more bookings, and the way to get more bookings is by matching people faster. And this is something that our investors want us to put out too, because they agree. They think that matching people to creators, it will be much faster than waiting for somebody to apply.
Okay. Yeah, yep. No, I understand. So we will be matching the creators, but just to be sure, this would...
Okay, so as you can see, I just got off of a call with my developer, and I actually have 2 developers and a chief technical officer, but one of my developers, truth be told, didn't wake up for the meeting this morning. And I would say that this is one of the things that I struggle with, because I have developers overseas. My whole team is distributed throughout the US, Europe, Pakistan, it's all over the place. So I try my best to find times to connect with everybody, but I have to be a little bit more firm on good times to connect with them, and to make them honor it, because of the fact that one meeting with a few developers is way better than meeting with them one-on-one, when we could all go through basically a scrum meeting real fast. So I had to do that, but I had to cut it short because I have another call I have to prepare for. So today, our business development intern is starting, and then they will be working alongside of my business development associate, and then we're connecting with somebody on a service equity deal to possibly bring in a director of sales. Now, I know you guys are probably wondering, what's a service equity deal? I think I went through this in the past, but just basically so people can understand what we do. This is when someone literally provides a service, and instead of us paying for the full service or paying the full amount, we give them equity in our company, kind of like sweat equity. So maybe we'll pay a little bit of money, but not as much as we would pay a full director. So we're exploring that deal because we see that sales is really helping us grow. We had a really good account last week that booked 40 creators. It was actually from Triller, which was really impressive. And we recognize that we want to go for more accounts like this. The accounts that book 50 plus people at a time, because if we have enough of those, then we will be making enough money to take us to start raising Series A. And I know people are starting to think, okay, well, if you're doing so well, why do you need to raise money? First of all, you don't. You don't necessarily need to raise money, but I'm going to tell you why I would like to raise money. For one, I already have previously raised money, and it's what got me here quicker. Essentially, raising money will help us get things done at a faster rate and experiment faster. Some people, it's not the case. I have a marketplace, so for me, it is. If we get that flywheel spinning, we are going to be awesome. But we do need some capital because then we can get the flywheel spinning faster. So that brings me to, okay, well, how did you raise your first $120,000? So let's start with that. So Art Basel 2023, 2023. I was in Art Basel. I was out in Miami for Art Basel networking, and a buddy of mine that I actually spent some of my childhood with, he's also a founder, which I'm going to put him here to give him his shout out. Antonio DePina. He is the founder of Scouts, which is a marketplace that's connecting basketball players to overseas opportunities. So I think in the past it was called Overseas Connections or something of that sort, but now it is called Scouts, which makes sense because a lot of coaches are scouting for their next players. Really cool opportunity, especially because as a previous basketball player myself, I personally connect with his brand. It is super hard to find even college scholarships let alone overseas opportunities and so on. So I see how his platform is going to blow up. Very proud of him. Now, how did I get 120? Antonio's investor, Next Cubed, they were looking for other Black founders to invest in. And Antonio was kind enough to refer me. I was able to get an interview, and their program is called the HBCU Founders Program and Founders Fund. And they invest into 8 to 12 startups, I believe, 120K, 8%. So that's how I got my first investment. Then I raised another like $50,000 between not just necessarily families and friends, but like other mini/angel investors that were looking to invest into a platform. Some of them have came from SaaS companies as big as Xbox, and then just like honestly, even people from like the medical field who are just making good enough money and were ready to invest into tech platforms, and one of them being mine. So I was able to use and grow my personal connections. And even to this date, I have basketball players who reach out to invest in me, influencers, regular people that work in corporate America. People want to diversify their income. So we are now thinking about doing kind of like a crowdfunding campaign, because we see how people like Isaac Hayes, who's doing a good job with crowdfunding. Now, what does that look like? That would mean that we're literally using the internet, our content, etc., to raise more funds. And we are thinking about going down that route. Originally, we were thinking about just VCs, but to be honest, more people believe in Jem than these VCs. And when I say people, I mean other influencers, other creators, like other regular day people who see the value of Jem, as in a lot of VCs feel like this is a crowded industry, saturated industry, too many options. And I'm just like, man, you guys are sadly mistaken, because there are more and more creators. Come on now. And the creator economy is booming. It's currently worth around $223 billion. And it's estimated to be worth $500 billion by 2027. It is 2025 as I make this video. So that means it's about to double in the next 2 years. That is more of a reason to keep creating tools for creators, whether they're making more money or they're getting things done faster to make more money, or they're able to take a software and be able to get 5 videos done at one time instead of one video per hour, or whatever it may be. Just like if you're able to help creators get to the bag faster, essentially, I feel like those are the companies that are going to win. Ours being community driven, ours being a marketplace, ours really focusing on connecting people to campaigns, event opportunities, getting people crew help, etc. That's not going anywhere, because another thing that's exploding is the event industry. The event industry is booming as well. So more event producers will need more talent. More talent will need to be fulfilled, and we can capture that too. The influencer marketing industry is extremely high. Did you just see Super Bowl? Those Super Bowl commercials were ass. And you know why? Do you know why? Because people are investing more in influencer marketing instead of them old ass TV commercials. They were horrible. I was not impressed. I don't know what was more unimpressive, the Chiefs or the commercials. But I'll put them in the same bracket. The point is, this is the perfect time for creator economy startups to come out, in my opinion. It is also a very hard time, but it is a good time. It's just very hard for, I would say, like marketplace startups. But that's how I raised my first 120K. The question now is, well, what did you do with the money? Did you blow it? No, silly. In fact, I haven't spent more than maybe $30,000 out of that $120,000. I am experimenting with seeing what kind of team members we need. What does our sales pipeline need to look like? Where do we need to focus on the core product? I would say unapologetically that a lot of the product I had thought was solving a problem, and it wasn't. Now that we know what problems we're solving and who we're trying to solve it for, we have really found where we can make a lot of money at. And we're going to keep enhancing our platform to make it easier for clients to use it. Because if we get more client or business B2B accounts using our platform, we're going to be doing great. The fact of the matter is, it is really easy to get creators to sign up because they want opportunities. So that's not hard to market. It's like with Indeed. Their pain point is likely not getting applicants because so many people are looking for jobs. Their pain point is trying to get the jobs, like the companies that are hiring, qualified applicants. So they try to make the right filtering, the right tools in place to weed out the talent that just isn't a top applicant. Same thing with LinkedIn. They do the same thing. They want to get more people, more qualified applicants, and in return, they can charge a certain price. We want to get to the same thing. We want to have a huge amount of creators on this platform, but we want to make sure that they're finding the right quality creators. So that can be all the way down to, hey, I am a gaming company. I have a new game coming out, and I want to get 25 influencers in the gaming world between 1 to 5,000 followers on TikTok to talk about this game. Got it. Now, what does this mean? Our platform needs to make sure they can find a gaming influencer with up to 5,000 followers, lowest 1,000. That criteria. In their budget, maybe their budget is $200 per creator. In that budget of $200 per creator or per video, flat rate. And then location-wise, maybe they want them, it doesn't matter what city, but maybe the country specific needs to be United States. Cool. Our platform needs to make sure that it can go through our database and spit out these people that they're looking for. In the past, it was just you put up a gig, whoever applies, you're going to have to find from there. Now we can do some more matching, have more of a matching algorithm so they can get invited to these campaigns to apply for them as well. So that way they know that they're interested. And then also we can get them to also directly book instantly people that are already available for campaigns. We just want to get people to booking faster. So we're taking some money to invest in our product, about $10K, to make sure that it's faster to do that and that we're making our clients happy so we can have a faster booking process. Our soft goal for this quarter was to get 1,000 bookings. And I would say we're getting close to there, considering all the good things that have been happening. But next quarter, I want to be more aggressive and go for that 5,000 bookings. So we're just exploring ways to get to these numbers. And of course, I'm sure you want to know, well, how many creators do you want to get on there? Well, we're approaching 20K creators. My goal will be that we get to 100,000 creators by the summertime. Really good, talented creators, people that no matter if you're a nano influencer to a macro influencer, no matter if you're a newbie DJ to a really great DJ, always getting booked, etc. We just want quality people, quality talent, quality content, quality work. And we'll have our own ways on the other side of the marketplace to vet that and to also ensure that people know how to present themselves. We also released our review system where people can leave a review, whether you did good or bad. We're also working on email automations. So on right now we're using SendGrid. We're adding some email automations. We're adding some email automations so that way when certain transactions happen or events happen in the app, it triggers an email so we can kind of give more directions. What I've realized is that people struggle sometimes to use the platform because they don't know how to. Again, it's a marketplace, so there's so many different things you can do. But if you're not directing people on how to do it with either onboarding tips on your app or even onboarding tips via email, I've learned the hard way that I'm spending a lot of time showing people how to use it when we need more content showing that, as well as directives on the app, directives in your email. So we are working on that. We have Alexi making some really killer videos on our video library on YouTube. We also have myself, who created like 15 email automations to send when a booking happens, when someone applies for your campaign, when someone wants to book you, when someone wants to request to book you, when booking was confirmed, steps on how to withdraw your funds, when you get paid out as a creator. Like, there's so many things that happen in a marketplace, and all of those things need to be automated through email and notifications. So we're working on that as well. And then we're also investing into our content. A lot of it is going towards just our branding in general. So we have a lot of content that's already went out on my personal brand, on Jem's brand. Our chief marketing officer is going to start making more videos of himself, showing himself. So I'm excited about that as well. We have a podcast rolling out so people can hear other creator stories. We are working on big SEO initiatives. We have like pumping out hundreds of pages, quality pages. And we're going to be adding little microservice tools on there as well. So people can know how to rate themselves, as far as like, well, not rate themselves, but how to set your proper rate. How to, what to add to your portfolio, like just all those good things. We're creating some really valuable content that's going out soon as well. So like I said, SEO, product, marketing, branding, sales, like we're investing into that. And then eventually we'll be raising more money, but this is where we're at for now. This is what I did with the 120,000. This is how I was able to raise the 120,000. Again, it was really just my network. I won't say it was by luck, because that is a person I've known for a long time, and we just were able to keep our relationship nurtured enough to help each other. And sometimes that's all what it is, being a founder, is just being in the space where you can be in a network full of people who can help you, or you help them, and they'll look out for you later down the line. So, it is really important to put yourself out there and build a network, because you genuinely could just build a network based off the fact that you were around people who are ready to cut a check, or get you to people who can cut a check. And I've learned, like, don't even waste your time in this industry. Like, be around people that genuinely can bring value to your life. Because a lot of us founders spend time at all these founders events and tech startup events and stuff. And it's like, are you in the right place for you to grow? Are you? Ask yourself that for sure. Until next time. Peace. And I know you guys are wondering, is this girl wearing pajamas? And the answer to your question is yes. Yes, I am wearing pajamas, because I find peace being in my car, having my coffee, and just relaxing. And I recognize I also love being in my pajamas. So I came here to talk to y'all, because this is my most authentic self. And you might see me in some more silkies. So until next time, me and my silkies will be talking to you.